Yidhari has to be the most discussed characters in ZZZ right now, because a lot of people don't deem her to be worth your pulse, especially the content creators, which a lot of them actually advise you to skip her banner altogether. Which I respectfully disagree, because I believe that actually you're gonna make a huge mistake if you actually skip on her, because the way the game is actually changing, the ways in the characters that are getting pushed down the meta, I feel like it's actually pretty foolish to skip her right now. So that's why in this video I will prove that the majority of the content creators are wrong about Yidhari and why you should actually pull for her. Overall, Yidhari is a pretty strong character, which I definitely do recommend to those who either don't have a nice DPS such as Miyabi or Yugo, or for those who wanna jump on the Rapture archetype, because I believe she would be the best DPS of this archetype for a very long time, due to the combination of her having a lot of HP and the fact that she is actually a berserker, which I feel is a thing a lot of content creators actually overlook, because guys, it isn't the first time I release a berserker-like character, a berserker main DPS character. Yeah, that happened in the past, and last time it happened, let's say it lasted for a really long time. Obviously, I'm talking about Yutao, the most standing DPS of Genshin Impact, the longest standing DPS of Genshin Impact, because the number of years Yutao has stood tall as the strongest DPS is actually quite insane. Like, it took... Yutha was so strong that she was released like 1.4, 1.6 maybe. I don't remember exactly the timing. But like, she was released in the 1.x version and she remained at the top spot of the meta for 3 fucking years. Yes, you heard that right, 3 years. She only got power cap in the 4.x version when Bottom Level 8 and Arlecchino came out. That's how strong she was, and she is still even to this day. That's why it makes me question my mental sanity when all the ZZZ content creators, all of them, everyone told you to straight up skip Yidhari without even explaining the reason, aside from the fact that she's not a nice DPS and we got a lot of DPS, and the fact that Gwen or whatever her name is actually is coming out. Like, nobody actually explained the reason why you should skip Yidhari aside from this true nonsense. Without even mentioning the numbers, so much damage she does, or whatever she actually good card or not. No, they just tell you to straight up skip on her, while ignoring the fact that she has the same thing to make Yutao become OP in Genshin. Like, am I fucking insane? Or actually these content creators have lost their minds. I get that gonna be stronger than Yidhari, the best kind. But like, guys, calm down, the career is still a long way to go before she actually comes out. So just telling me to skip Yidhari because of her, it's a bit of insane thing to do to me. Also, another motivation, another reason rather why people, content creators are telling people to skip Yidhari is probably because, yes, I know, now we have to talk about Miyabi. Because Miyabi is still the strongest card in the game, and to this content creators, it's like she's never gonna get power crap. It's like she's still the same as she was when she was first released in 1.4. And I'm sorry to break that to you guys, but that's not the case anymore. Miyabi isn't the strongest card in the game anymore. Yes, I'm gonna say that out loud. The reason why I'm saying that is actually pretty simple, because the game doesn't focus anymore on anomaly meta. Nope. Not anymore, because the Assault has actually buffed the enemy resistance to anomaly build up so much that you actually struggle to quickly build up anomaly with Miyabi unless you use anomaly master on the slot season. So yeah, the anomaly changes affect her, also affect the other anomaly card as well. The problem is that they also are doing an asshole thing that really wish they actually didn't, but they're actually going through with it. They're actually nerfing Mono Ice. Rather, they're removing Miyabi's ability to actually freeze the enemies, which actually is important for her, because her being able to freeze the enemies, especially when they aren't as a stun window, actually makes them do shit tons more damage than any other cards in the game. Combine that with the fact that they have Ice weakness, and yeah, Miyabi used to destroy the enemies like that. But now more and more enemies are coming out that are unfreezable, which means yeah, she kinda loses the thing that makes her weak in the first place. Even more so dal fatto che ci sia un hybrid anomaly, not a fully on anomaly, ma c'è hybrid for an hybrid character that has both the good things of anomaly characters and attack characters. So yeah, without her main gimmick that is freeze and mono ice, she actually gonna struggle to actually adapt the upcoming new bosses, which yeah, she's still gonna beat her comfortably, she's still gonna clear whatever you want, guys, but she won't put the same monstrous numbers that she did like against the Butcher, bringing which it doesn't appear anymore for some reason, because iOS really wants to nerf it so badly, so on and so on and so on, which combine that with the fact that they're releasing another ice card as Yidhari, which has the same thing that make another strong DPS like Utao last so long in Genshin. You can see the whole big picture. Do you have another card that actually had the same thing that Miyabi had, that she was able to freeze the enemies? How long she lost what happened to her in the set other game in Genshin? Do you wanna know what happened at the game? Yeah, do you wanna guess what the card that I'm talking about is? Obviously it's Ayaka, like yeah. Yes, I know you guys probably must be tired of making me comparison to ZZZ to Genshin because they are such different games, but guys, the apple never falls too far away from the tree. At the end of the day, ZZZ is still a game made by Oyevers, and even though they actually become better making these games, and they're probably gonna avoid making the same mistakes that they did in the past, so Miyabi is not gonna be suddenly power crept like Aiga was. They are still gonna find a way to actually make Miyabi less relevant, which means that she really is not gonna fare very well in the future content. If you remove the thing that actually made her something in the first place, while giving it a new character another thing that made another character OP in another game, you can see why Miyabi, the end of Miyabi era is here right now. Rapture Anomaly Agents passed their time, I believe, because Anomaly were so OP that everyone was pulling Anomaly cards and cleaning them and getting content easily, even with freaking Piper of all cards, which already tells you broken Anomaly cards where if people use the ANE rank to check here and get content easily. So yeah, the AOS probably wants to shift the focus from Anomaly to Rapture or even Attack Agents, so they can actually start selling cards again and actually adding way much more money once again, kind of like it did Miyabi back then 1.4, which means that Miyabi starts to be shuffled down the door. Miyabi has to fall down just because Oyevers really wants to make money, because at the end of the day that's the end goal of all the gacha games, to make money. Because of that, and because of that, like, I still cannot believe people are recommending to skip pulling for Yidhari when Miyabi is clearly being power creep right before our eyes. Guys, what are you doing? Like, flossing is a fucking semi-man, so I understand why he has a fucking bias against Yidhari. Io, this and that. What are you doing, guys? It's clear evidence today that Miyabi is being power crept. And despite that, you are telling people to skip Yidhari like it's nothing. What the hell, guys? Come on, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, guys. Put yourself together. Overall, I don't understand this doom bossing that has been happening towards Yidhari, because seriously, guys, aside of, I already told you that Miyabi is not gonna last very long. That's clear as day, that everyone literally can see that. Other as DPS aren't really as good. I mean, Yugo is okay, Eren is trash, because even with the buff, Eren is trash, but that's had to be expected because Eren is the first limited 5-star DPS, and the first limited 5-star DPS never lasts long. Look at D-Lock in Genshin, look at Sila in HSR, they never last a long time. And also, guys, come on, guys, she just think that made without stopping Genshin. Like, she doesn't, is not gonna last a long time, and also being very centered on the future of the meta. What else of a card she can be at the center of the meta like right now? Like, come on, guys, they have to sell a replacement to Miyabi sooner or later. If it isn't gonna be her, it's gonna be Guangan or another card. But I believe she already is strong as Miyabi at the very least, especially considering how heavy the game is actually trying to punish her and also Miyabi. So yeah, because of these reasons, I in total disagreement with a lot of people's suggestion that she is the most skippable, Yidhari is the most skippable card of all time. Come on, guys, that has to be the alien. But that's a discourse for another video, so yeah. I'm not gonna say she's a freaking must pull, like 100% must pull, like if you don't have her, you can just gonna break. No, that's not what I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna say this: she really is gonna help your account in the future, because the meta of ZZZ is really centered and focused on Rapture. Maybe attacks in the future, but right now it is Rapture. And even when it's not gonna be towards Rapture agent has the advantage of what having HP scaling, which is better to bring better numbers, and also they have defense in your entire kits, which aside from rendering Nicole useless, it means that they can catch per themselves without a strong DPS. Let's see if in the future release a card like Furina. Ooh! A card like Furina, support like Furina and ZZ for Rapture Agents will make Yidhari so fucking OP. So fucking OP. Let's hope not, but also hoping because I'm gonna pull for that. So yeah. Anyway, that's all. And that's all for this video, guys. That's all I wanted to say for Yidhari. That most Doom poster, like not even Seed was Doom poster for the content. Yeah, Seed was Doom posted from the players, for the player base. Yidhari is Doom posted by the content creators, guys. These are pseudo much they are Doom posting here. All the YouTubers are Doom posting it just because Miyabi existed. Even though Miyabi is even by being power crept. It's outsold, guys. It's outsold. So yeah, that's all I needed to say for this video, and I'm gonna end it here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to miss any future content regarding ZZZ, Lancaster Rail, maybe Wuva, etc. Whatever other catch games I might cover. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye and take care. Ciao!